let me welcome the one and only Ledisi.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, hey.
Ciao.
Hello.
Welcome.
I love
Yes.
that is my favorite thing to see when people do the hands and the eyes closed. That's joy. Any reward doesn't matter. This right there is just seeing you go.
I, I've had the pleasure. I was at a Grammy party. I'm name dropping, right? I was at a Grammy party. It was very intimate, and you were performing. Yes, I was there. And let me tell you, talent. But the joy that you see is the joy that you bring. Like, so you love to sing. It's not
Yes.
work. You didn't get up there and was like, and then the lights come on, and then you change and transform. You just really love to sing, and you can see it and feel it. Where does that come from?
Well, my mom and my grandparents and my great grandparents, they were leaders, community leaders. And anything they did, everything had to be special and they had to love it. They took pride in what they do. Being from New Orleans and, raised in Oakland, everything is about presentation and how we, love what we do. I love it. My mom would give 120 when she was with her band in rehearsals. It's like it's only me there, and she'd be full out. So I was like, okay, well, that's how I learned, watching her, watching them be completely committed to what they do. Like you love what you do. You can tell.
I do.
It gives us joy. It gives us joy.
Let us
So
see.
yeah.
Listen, as you're talking, I was listening. I was like, who could be a verses? Because these verses are not, they're not battles.
Yeah.
They're gifts to humanity, and from Erica and Jill Scott, it was and even Snoop and
Yeah.
and DMX. I mean, it's been and
Yeah.
Patty and Gladys. I mean, so I'm thinking Ledisi needs to do a verses.
Oh,
Who
me?
who?
Oh,
Yes,
Lord.
absolutely.
I would consider it like completely. It wouldn't be something I'd say no to, but I would think about it. But then I'm like, who would I join on Versus? You got ideas?
I
Anybody?
do. Go ahead, Joyelle.
Oh, okay. Who?
Oh, well,
Hello,
wait, hold
hello,
on. Let
Medicine.
me
My name is
introduce two. That's
Joyelle.
Joyelle Nicole
Hi,
Johnson.
Joelle.
I'm so rude. I bring people in
Hey.
my house, not even introducing them. That's Mr.
Because I'm
King,
just
LeBron King.
waving at them.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
here. They're my co-hosts. So Joyelle, who do you think Ledisi converse against
Okay.
with?
One of my favorite performances from you is at Black Girls Rock. The four
Oh,
women
yeah.
performance, just stirred my soul. I watched that clip a million times.
Oh.
So I would probably say maybe one of them on that
Who was
lineup.
Think
Marsha
about that.
Ambrosia, Kelly
Ooh,
Price.
ooh, Kelly Price.
Who's the fourth? It's escaping
See,
me
I
right
see
now. But
Kelly with Faith Evans. This is so funny. I see Kelly and Faith, or
Kelly and
Maybe
Mary.
Angie
It's hard
Stone.
to pick Mary with anybody.
no, Mary can't.
Yes.
Mary can't go against
Mary will
anybody in
shut
this.
it all down.
Yeah. No. Well,
Angie,
someone saying
Angie
Mary
Stone?
and Mariah. Mary and Mariah. But I was like, nah, I don't think so.
that's apples and oranges.
Yeah, it is apples and oranges. You said Angie Stone in Ledisi?
Angie Stone, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Angie got
Ooh.
hit.
Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
I didn't think
Oh,
about that, but Angie got hit.
come on.
I would
That
be
might
down.
that would be nasty. All right, Louisiana right now. Let me say prayers out. The Hurricane Delta's coming through Louisiana. It's the fourth hurricane hitting that region this year, which is ridiculous. And we're also in a pandemic, and we're also in a racial fissure that I'm not sure we're going to come back from. As a person that is spiritually connected, what are you seeing right now, Ledisi, in terms of the future? I feel like we're going to get through it because we're resilient, but I'm not sure if we're going to get through it unscathed.
No, we're going to all be affected. We're all going to be transformed by this year, 2020. It's all about accountability, transparency, and we're all going to have to do something. We can't just sit here, because it's hurting us all. We're all having to do something different than what our used to be normal is. This is the new normal, is connecting this way. So to me, it's not just about voting. It's after the vote. It's fighting someone kind of it feels like fascism, dictatorship. It feels like a whole racial war happening. So we're all going to have to pay attention. It's subtle, but that's usually how these kind of things start, very in little pieces. This has been going on forever. It's just bubbling up. Finally, it's in our faces, and we can't run from it. So now it's about doing something. What are you actively doing? Me, I'm with my other sisters. There's a Twist 2020 we've been talking about and sharing our stories and our ancestors and their fight to get us here to vote. It's me, Patty Austin, Layla Hathaway, Sheila E., Dee Dee Bridgewater, all the elders and us, NDRE. We're all there talking about what to do. I'm doing my part, and I watch every debate, and our choices are what they are. The talking is cool, but what are the actions, the actual plans? And we should demand those things of our leadership. It's going to be a hard road, but it's the part after this I'm looking at. What are we going to do after this? Because this is really affecting our democracy, how things are ran, this entitlement that's happening that we see going on. We got Black folks, this is where it's bubbling up. All that work, we're going to have to do something. I'm worried about after November 3rd, me personally. Getting there is one thing, but after that, either way it goes, after it, my God, we got a lot of work to do. And I'm right. Nobody's going to say something, but I'm right.
We'll say something.
Yeah.
You're definitely right.
It's I'm like, okay, either way it goes after this, what are we going to do? Because we're going to have to make serious changes because this is not working. This is not working for a long time. It's just finally here. Boom. Hey, everybody. All of this right in front of your face. And you can't run from it. Zoom is telling you we're all on the internet now. We're paying attention. It's like God said, okay, now look at all this y'all been hiding under this big old rug. It's just a whole bunch of pile of doo-doo. It's just been hanging right here.
The fly knows. The fly knew it.
Listen. So how did you feel about the debate? I thought it was really, again, another transparent moment. I did wish more was said about Breonna. I wish more was said about that case from our Senator Harris, so just a hair more, saying just that the evidence, how can they judge evidence that's not fully there? So I just wish that part was just a little more, but whatever.
Before you came here.
But she did good. It was very Black woman like. We hold it together.
I mean, before you got here, Lamont said we shouldn't be surprised by anything, and I'm like, politicians are going to politic. Right. Politicians are going to they're politicians. We can't expect them to be civil rights leaders, justice warriors. She's trying to make sure that Joe Biden gets elected. She's not going to say anything that's going to, and she was very purposeful with her words, her actions, her smile, her demeanor was on purpose because she's not trying to scare the white people, and she was still called a monster. Still.
Yeah. Still, it didn't matter. But that's the part. That. I would have put it all out there, but I'm glad I'm not in that position. I'm supposed to think.
Yeah.
She did an excellent job. But Lamont is absolutely right. He's absolutely right. Wow. That was a great question, though. How did we go from verses to that?
It doesn't. It's the Karen Hunter show. It's what we do. We break necks and give people whiplash. All right. You've acted in Selma and a few other things. You played Patti LaBelle. And now that we're in this pandemic, that space is different. Joyelle was just talking about last week, getting her, what you got a new agent in Atlanta and she's going to be doing acting. You're able to do that because of who you are. Are you planning when this is over, or are you doing it now, working on any film projects or TV projects?
Listen, nothing has stopped for me other than I still don't see any income coming in.
What?
But none of us have. We're here and present. I'm just waiting for the income part of it, but I am still moving. I had booked 2 Broadway shows last year that was supposed to come out this year, and I'm still in the process of doing that. And a play that I wrote myself was going to come up in March, but again, COVID happened. So those things are still on the table and still kind of semi-happening, meaning virtually we're going to do stuff for that. I did book a movie, my first small feature. Well, not my first, but in a film, in a short. It's not a short. It's the full film, but I can't talk about it yet. And but the part I have, I love it. I love it. I get to play something different. And so my world is still moving. I'm asked to be on this Zoom all the time to do things for other people, to just be there. And I'm doing my best to be present, but also remembering self-care, which is really tough. But performers are doing things to be able to not lose their mind. We're not working. We can't perform to our audience. We can't reach you. I can't believe I am able to have a number one hit in a pandemic, reaching just by being Ledisi. Just, hey, y'all, I'm here. I know how it feels. Here's what I'm doing. I'm not pushing anything. I'm being careful. I'm being sensitive to the times, and I'm vocal about it. People want transparency. They don't want to be sold anything. All you have to do is do your best and be gentle with yourself. That's the other thing. I can say no. Saying no has been hard, and also being this open has been hard for me. Usually I sing, perform, and go sit myself down. Now I'm like, I have to talk to you, Karen. I have to reach out to you and help you reach your audience. And,
Thank you.
you know, Joelle, same thing. You have to perform. You have to do something with your talent, or nothing. It will never keep growing. Like for the first 3 months, Karen, I'm sorry to go on, I wasn't using my voice, and I was just eating everything, stressed the heck out, and I started gaining weight. And then it was time to do my first virtual performance. Child, I was out of breath. I was tired. My voice was like, what you doing, girl? Who you? I was like, oh, no. So if you don't use it, you will lose it. You know, you have to use your gift any kind of way you can. Go ahead, Lamont, or Joelle. Sorry. Joelle, I'm sorry.
Quick question. Are you familiar with OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. OnlyFans. Yes, I am. I'm not doing that. I ain't got nothing to show.
No, listen. This is why I'm asking, because you talked about transparency and doing things differently. There are a lot of artists now that it's blown up and we know what it's for. But there are some other mainstream artists who are actually using it now just as a subscription-based service to directly reach their audience.
I get that. There's also Patreon and other ways, classier ways we can for musicians.
Sure. Classier.
That's just not my thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, but
they're smart.
People,
they're smart to do that.
They're
smart to do that.
And they're not.
I don't knock anybody.
They're not doing the lowbrow inappropriate stuff. They're just using it as a paywall. And so the reason why I asked is, would you ever do like a personal concert just to your fans through a paywall or a setup like that?
Yeah, I've already been talking about it, but because I'm working on a actual virtual tour, I'm waiting for that to finish. Ooh. And then after that is finished, and I've done that and put all my energy. See, this is the thing. We need to make plans. Like we plan to vote. Like I'm gonna do all my research and do everything and make all the energy go to that one thing. Plan. That's what I'm doing. Planning. The virtual tour is more important than me trying to do these side shows. Do one big show, make it epic, and make people all around the world come who want to see me. And then when it's over, I can do special acoustic shows, add a Nina Simone tribute here and there. You know what I mean? Just save your energy for the right moment. Like Karen does. She says, okay, on my show, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to plan. I ain't going to be on Instagram Live or Facebook Live and waste all that energy on there. Use it for something great. And that's the thing. It's planning. It's having a goal. And Joelle, even when you do your stuff, make sure you choose wisely. Don't just take everything just to get in. Maybe start that way, but also take your time. Easy. Girl, look at you. You on Karen Hunter. You already established. So now you just figure out Let me pick what I want to do next. That's the thing. We forget how great we are before we even walk into the room. We were born great.
Yes.
And we're not going to beg nobody for nothing. Take your time and wait for the right stuff. And I've just been carrying myself like that. That's why I don't hang out everywhere. And people think I'm snooty pooty. I don't care. My parents, it's just a New Orleans thing. We're just arrogant. Like, yeah, I work my butt off. I study. I know my work. I'm going to come in. You call for Ledisi. Bam! I'm going to give you 2 seconds or something. You go, go! Create a legacy like that. Prince didn't do that. He didn't hang out with everybody. He didn't do everything. He was particular about people and places and things. That's how we all should carry ourselves. They should be lucky we created this country and we created these spaces and this culture. And I just love us. And we keep forgetting how powerful we are. So if I'm walking in like that, you walk in like, yeah, girl, go in there like that.
Yes.
Like, I'm honored to be on Karen's show. She don't have everybody on her show. Everybody should feel like that. You shouldn't be whining about your gift. Oh, I got to come. Listen, somebody else waiting for that spot. Move out the way. Move out the way. Okay, let me shut up.
She don't preach the whole sermon.
You already know. Y'all already know. I don't have to talk to y'all.
Yeah, okay, so Ledisi, I'm a total musical theater nerd, and I grew up doing musical theater in high school and everything like that. So when Broadway shut down, that like broke my heart.
Yeah, right?
I love like musical theater and everything. So as a comedian, also you're talking about atrophy, like 3 months, 6 months not being on stage has been total atrophy for us. What do you miss the most? Like one of my things I miss the most are the smiles on people's faces when I get off stage and that warm feeling. What do you miss the most from
It's crazy. I couldn't stand people having their cameras up while I'm performing. I miss that. I miss hollering at them to take the camera down. I miss everything that has to do with performing on that stage, from my anxiety to going on the stage and then to come out and boom, something happens and they go, yeah, they're excited. I miss the meet and greet, even though the perfumes were so much. I miss complaining about every little thing just to be there and meet the people, because right now this Zoom stuff is not the same thing. Like, I want to see Karen and hold her in the studio and be like, what? We can't do none of that, So I took for granted a lot of stuff, and I'm saying, God, I apologize. I take it all back. I still don't like people spitting in my face, but other than that, I don't mind all the things we had. Can we have it back?
I love to find out that you do Patti LuPone's on people, and I really appreciate it.
What? Patti LuPone? The great Patti LuPone? What does she do?
Honey.
She will yell at somebody she will stop a play and yell at somebody if
a whole play.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
$250 play, like per ticket, and say, turn that camera off, right, Joanne? They're like, no.
Yes.
Because you're supposed to be there in the show. It's the same
in the moment. That's
here.
right.
What if I was on my phone while you talking to me? What? Okay. Yeah, you'd be mad. It's the same thing. I don't do that at your job.
Yeah.
I miss that. I miss fussing at them. I miss it.
What are you doing? What are you doing for self-care?
Well, because of the whole breathing thing, I started challenging myself by just 30 minutes a day of some kind of movement and sweating. And then being conscious of my food. I have to go outside. For a walk, even if it's down the block and back to my house with my mask, just to feel. Black folk need the sun.
We do.
And that's our thing. So I just don't see us staying in the house forever, obviously. But some of them be taking it a little too far now. This is a pandemic. They do it too much. But I have to see the sun, even if it's on my balcony or something at home. That's self-care. And then just getting off the computers, all of them, even the one that is called our telephone. That's still a computer. Give your eyes a rest. Give your energy a rest, and who you allow into your mental, because we're feeding information into our brains by constantly looking at what other people are doing. So for me, I have to shut that off. But on the weekends, I totally say nothing else. If I have something that weekend, I devote to that, and then I'm off the internet nip. I call it the nipple.
Wow. Love it. She is pure. Let me tell you.
Get
We
off
need
of it.
we need to bottle Ledisi and spray it on people when we can get to it. We need all of this joy and this energy.
I'm setting up. I'm supposed to be nice and quiet.
No, you are. You're pure joy. I mean, it's everything. Let me. Can you sing us out a little bit of anything for you, because it is number one R&B, number one on the Billboard charts. This song is number one, and it is, oh my God, it is so amazing. I need everyone to download it. The album is The Wild Card. Before you do, why The Wild Card? Why did you name that?
Well, I got tired of people. I love people loving me, okay? I love that they love me in their box. They love me in this era of pieces of me, of the truth, of this and that, the other. But one thing about me is, because I'm from New Orleans, I'm a jambalaya of music. I have learned everything there is to learn. I studied classical, jazz, R&B, soul, sang with Vince Gill on stage. I mean, I can anything to get the job, I've made it work. And musical theater, you have to learn everything. So for me, I am the wild card. I will sing different versions of soul music. I won't just sing the modern version. I'll sing Luther, and I'll sing, I'll go to high. You up there, I'm singing to a track. I just want to be hot. Hey, did you be? I will switch up on you. Don't expect me to be one way. So the wild card is basically a statement of saying to everyone, yes, I love soul music. Yes, I am soul music, but I'm also music, period. And the wild card is all of those things. And even though this album is predominantly soul music, I still add a little jazz here and there. I still add a little 90s neo soul. You're going to feel some nostalgia in there. You're going to hear some gut bucket blues. That's just what it is. I'm all those things, and I'm not going to apologize for it or try to fit in the box. So just let me be Ledisi. So that's what the wild card is. A combination of everything I love about music, especially soul music.
And I didn't mean to put you on the spot, so you don't have to sing us out. But let's take a call too, because people, I'm so greedy. I just want to talk to Ledisi. All right, let me bring Darlene from Maryland. She wants to say something to you. She wants to say hey, Darlene.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting patiently. I love Ledisi. Good morning. Oh, I'm sorry. Good afternoon. I'm just so excited. Good afternoon to everybody.
Good morning. Good evening. Good.
Right. Yes. I love Ledisi. Ledisi is my go-to song, the only song I can sing at karaoke. The only one, Pieces of Me. And when I sing it, I get an encore.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Challenge. Hold on, Darlene. Challenge.
Yes.
Pieces.
Versus?
All right.
Yes.
Versus.
No.
Pieces of
With
Me.
the record, though. Let's be clear. With the record. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do not do that. No.
Not a little bit, Darlene. A little bit. You got Ledisi here. You don't want to sing a little no pieces of.
Girl, I cannot sing. I couldn't carry a tune if you put it in the backpack. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So when you look at my face,
yeah,
you better know that I'm made of everything, love and pain. Oh, sing it, Darlene.
Come on, Darlene. You got the record.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's my best part at the end. Yeah. That's my best part.
Oh, geez. And you get an encore for that?
Yes.
Hey, leave her alone.
I already tried to explain it to you guys. It's a no.
She said with the record, Lamont.
Oh.
With the record, she get the encore with the record.
Also, she probably performs it.
She probably does. Man, Darlene, are you finished talking to Ledisi?
Well, I wanted to let her know that I almost sort of kind of met her when she was in Maryland. She was with the late, great Chuck Brown. She was at a concert series that they would do in the summertime, and he was just calling you beautiful. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. So we almost met you. We came to the truck, but I think you had to go on at that moment, so we never got to meet you personally. But I love you, Ledisi, and your insight and listening to you right now. I love you even more. It's like I didn't even know all of this about you. You're so wonderful.
Well, thank you, Miss Darlene. Thank you so much. I miss him so much. He was a great mentor and a beautiful human. He loved Black folks. He loved us and love it.
Definitely did. Yeah.
I love our ancestors, and I love when we speak their name because they never die, and we need to just be mindful of that. And that's why it's so important for us to constantly praise and love on ourselves properly, which you do every day. Let us see. All right. So, you've been telling them. You want people to follow you on Twitter? Are you active?
Yes, I'm on Twitter.
At Ledisi.
Instagram, at Ledisi. If you go to Ledisi.com, you can get to all of my social media platforms. But it's all Ledisi, Ledisi. There's no E after the D, okay? It's just ISI.
Hilarious. Yeah, people do. We are creative in our spellings. Where did the name come from? Because I've never met another Ledisi in my entire life.
Oh, there's several. But Ledisi is my parents being hippies. You know, I wasn't raised in the church like most of the Black girls that could sing. My parents were hippies. They loved R&B and soul and funk. My mom grew up Baptist, you know, but she loved to be out in the street. You know, my mama. Hello. But she
Hilarious.
They just loved the name Ledisi. It was in a Yoruba word, a Yoruba song that my mom would sing all the time, and it's in the Yoruba song, it goes, Ledisi, guana, you know, like that. And so my mom just loved the sound of that word. And it means to bring forth, to come to. So that's what Ledisi is, a Nigerian word. So that's where it comes from, a song that my mom loved. Yeah.
I have to have more Nigerian
I had no
people.
choice, man. I would have been something else.
You bring it
Maybe
forth.
Karen.
Chris in St. Louis wants to holler at you. Chris, welcome to the Karen Hunter Show.
Hey, how y'all doing today? I just wanted to say hi, Karen, to you and your co-host, and to Ledisi, and to just thank y'all. You know, it's a good feeling to hear what I've been listening to, and I've only been listening to the show for about a month, but I really enjoyed it, and I just had to say hi to everybody, and I love you guys.
Oh, well, welcome to the family. This is your first time calling. Smith, give him the hee-haw. Thank you. Welcome, Chris, to the calling family. Call back anytime. I'm grateful. Well, let us see. You know you have an open seat at our table. I'm going to download this whole album, The Wild Card. Make sure you get your numbers, because if you're not getting your checks, we're going to make sure you're taken care of on the Karen Hunter Show. So we're going to do that, download the single too, and then share it with people and just play it because it's awesome. And we're going to leave the show with one more hit. Thank you, Queen, for being here.
Thank you for having me, Karen. Joel, Lamont, y'all keep doing the thing, man. Keep doing it.
Lovely.
You're amazing. I'm
Always
so
remember that.
here.
You're amazing.